Hi, boys and girls. I'm going to read you a story today. It's one of my favorite stories. I usually always read this at the beginning of the year because sometimes in kindergarten at the beginning of the year, things are hard. If kids come to school and they don't know how to write their name, it's hard. It's hard for them to know how to hold their pencil and how to write letters and numbers and words. And we always tell them, don't give up. Don't ever give up. Just keep trying and you're going to get it. Do you guys feel like at the beginning of the year, some of the things were hard and now they're easy for you? I hope that you feel that way. Well, the story is called The Little Engine That Could. And then we're going to do some workbook pages. I'm going to tell you that this story has been around a long time. This is another one of those stories that I think my teacher read this to me when I was in kindergarten. And I know it, I read it to my own children when they were growing up and they were little. And I've been reading it. I've been teaching for 36 years and I've been reading this book for 36 years to kids. So your parents probably know this story and your grandparents know this story. Okay, it's called The Little Engine That Could. And I bet some of you have heard it before too. Okay, here's the little engine. So, of course, this is going to be about a train, right? The little engine that could. Chug, 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 puff, 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 ding dong, ding dong. The little train rumbled over the tracks. She was a happy little train. So this page, when you first start out, see this train? That's different than the one on the cover, right? Here's the blue engine. And this one is red with different colors of cars. Look at how happy she is. She's pulling lots of things. She's pulling animals, lots of animals. And there's a clown on top. Okay. Sorry about that. She was a happy little train, for she had such a jolly load to carry. Her cars were filled full of good things for boys and girls. There were toy animals, giraffes with long necks, teddy bears with almost no necks at all, and even a baby elephant. Then there were dolls with blue eyes and yellow curls, dolls with brown eyes and brown bobbed heads, and the funniest little toy clown you ever saw. And there were cars full of toy engines, airplanes, tops, jackknives, picture puzzles, books, and every kind of thing boys and girls could want. Does that look like a good train? Would you like to be there when that train stopped and they were giving all the toys away? I would. But that was not all. Some of the cars were filled with all sorts of good things for boys and girls to eat. Big golden oranges, red-cheeked apples, bottles of creamy milk for their breakfast, fresh spinach for their dinners, peppermint drops, and lollipops for an after-meal treat. So lots of healthy foods, fruits and vegetables, milk, and some treats too. The little train was carrying all these wonderful things to the good little boys and girls on the other side of the mountain. She puffed along merrily. Then all of a sudden she stopped with a jerk. She simply could not go another inch. She tried and she tried, but her wheels would not turn. So the red engine broke down. What were all those good little boys and girls on the other side of the mountain going to do without the wonderful toys to play with and the good food to eat? Here comes a shiny new engine, said the funny little clown who jumped out of the train. Let's ask him to help us. So all the dolls and the toys cried out together. So look, here they are. They're stranded, but they see another engine coming. So they're going to ask him for help. Please, shiny new engine, won't you please pull our train over the mountain? Our engine has broken down, and the boys and girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us. So here's the clown talking to the shiny new engine. You think the shiny new engine's going to help? Let's see. But the shiny new engine snorted. I pull you? I am a passenger engine. I have just carried a fine big train over the mountain with more cars than you could ever dream of. My train has sleeping cars with comfortable berths, a tiny car where waiters bring whatever hungry people want to eat, and a parlor car in which people sit in soft armchairs and look out a big window. I pull the likes of you? Indeed not. And off he steamed to the roundhouse where engines live when they are not busy. So the shiny new engine said, no, I cannot help you. Not really, I can't help you. I don't want to help you. That's what he said. He steamed to the roundhouse. Oops, there we go. How sad the little train and all the dolls and toys felt. Then the little clown called out, The passenger engine is not the only engine. Here's another engine coming, a great big strong one. Let us ask him to help. The little toy clown waved his flag and the big strong engine came to a stop. So here's all the dolls, all the toys. They got off the train and they're going to ask this big black engine. Oh, please, big engine, cried all the dolls and toys together. Won't you please pull our train over the mountain? Our engine has broken down and the good little boys and girls on the other side of the mountain won't have any toys to play with or any good food to eat unless you help us. But the big strong engine bellowed, I am a freight engine. I have just pulled a big train loaded with big machines over the mountain. These machines print books and newspapers for grown-ups to read. I am a very important engine indeed. I won't pull the likes of you. And the freight engine puffed off to the roundhouse. The little train and all the dolls and toys were very sad. Cheer up, cried the little toy clown. The freight engine isn't the only one in the world. Here comes another. He looks very old and tired, but our train is so little, perhaps he can help us. So the little toy clown waved his flag, and the dingy, rusty, old engine stopped. So look, all the nice, fancy, big engines are saying no, but they're thinking maybe this old one will help us. Please, kind engine, cried all the dolls and toys together. Won't you please pull our train over the mountain? Our engine has broken down, and the boys and girls on the other side of the mountain won't have any toys to play with or any good food unless you help us. But the rusty old engine sighed. I am so tired. I must rest my weary wheels. I cannot pull even so little a train as yours over the mountain. I cannot. Ah, I'm feeling so sad for all the toys and the clown. And he rumbled to the roundhouse, chugging, I cannot. Then indeed the little train was very, very sad, and the dolls and toys were ready to cry. But the little clown called out, here's another engine coming, a little blue engine, a very little one, but maybe she will help us. The very little engine came chug, chug, chugging merrily along. When she saw the toy clown's flag, she stopped quickly. Oh, look, this is a really small blue engine. I wonder if she's going to say yes. What is the matter, my friend? She asked kindly. Oh, little blue engine, cried the dolls and the toys. Will you pull us over the mountain? Our engine has broken down, and the good boys and the girls that live on the other side of the mountain won't have any toys to play with or food to eat unless you help us. Please, please help us. What do you think, boys and girls? You think the blue engine's going to help? I'm not very big, said the little blue engine. They use me only for switching trains in the yard. I have never been over the mountain before. But we must get over the mountain before the children awake, said all the dolls and the toys. The very little engine looked up and saw the tears in the doll's eyes, and she thought of all the good little boys and girls on the other side of the mountain who would not have any toys or good food to eat unless she helped. Then she said, I think I can. And she hitched herself to the little train. She tugged and pulled and pulled and tugged, and slowly they started off. So she's kind of a small engine compared to the other ones, but they hooked all the cars, and she's going to try to do it. The toy clown jumped aboard, and all the dolls and the toys, animals began to smile and cheer. Puff, puff, chug, chug went the little blue engine. I think I can. Up, 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 faster and faster and faster the little engine climbed until at last they reached the top of the mountain. Down in the valley lay the city below. Hooray, hooray, cried the funny little clown and all the dolls and toys. The good little boys and girls in the city will be happy because you helped us, kind little blue engine. And the little blue engine smiled and seemed to say as she puffed steadily down the mountain, I thought I could. And that was the end. So even though the little blue engine was the smallest, the little blue engine was the one that helped because, you know why? Because the little blue engine didn't say, I don't want to, or I can't, or I'm too tired. The little blue engine said, I want to help. And a very positive attitude. She said, I think I can. I think I can. That's called the positive attitude. And that's what you have to do when something's hard. You don't want to give up. You want to keep trying, right? Because it will get easier and easier. Okay, I know that was a long story, but we're going to do a couple pages here. The first page is not going to have anything to do with the story. So I'll go over it really, really fast. And what it is, it's the one on, we did this on, gosh, way back, was it Thursday? Sorry about that. We had a couple of days in between that we did Dr. Seuss, and yesterday we did our handwriting page. We're going to do what's on the back of this. Now, this shouldn't take too long, but what it is prepositions again. You guys remember? I was glad that I actually saved this page. Remember doing this page? This was position words, but we said that those were prepositions when we had the red ball was in front of, between, on, over, above, behind, beside, in, under, below. Kind of the same thing. This time it says to draw something, read the position word. Now some of them you'll be able to read because they're sight words. Others you'll have to just, well, listen to the lesson or ask mommy and daddy to help you. Okay, and it doesn't tell you what to draw. So you can draw whatever you want. Draw something on the table. Not under the table, not next to the table, not above the table, on. I think I'm going to do a vase of flowers. I'm going to put a vase on the table and put some flowers. Okay, and I will kind of fix those up later. Okay, yeah, that's good enough. Now, in, here's a box, it's open. We're going to draw something in. You draw whatever you want. You could draw a toy in the box. I'm going to draw a kitten. I'm going to pretend that they open the box and there's a kitten or a cat. Maybe she jumped in the box as she was playing. Or maybe they got her at the pet store. Okay, there you go. This one says under. What could fall under the desk? Maybe you have a pencil or a crayon or something and it falls down under. So not here, because that would be in front of. So right under. I think I'm just going to draw a pencil. It fell down and it's under the table. That happens to me all the time. And I'll go back and do that a little bit better later. Okay, this is a bookshelf. Wow, the books have fallen off. On top of, I'm going to put some books on top of that shelf. And remember, you can draw the same thing as me or you can do something different. Okay, here's a door. We're going to draw something in front of. In front, okay, not on the left, not on the right, not above, in front. How about a welcome mat? How about a doormat that you wipe your feet on? I'll even write welcome on it. Okay, and then the last one, here's a bed. We're supposed to draw something above the bed. What might be above the bed? Wow, if it was hanging right there, it could be a lamp. I think I'm going to draw a window, or it could be a picture. I'll draw a window. There, the window is above the bed. Okay, that page is done. This page I'm going to go over really quickly. These were our sight words last week, come and with. And you just have to read the sentences. I'll use one of my new highlighters here. I got a pack that had, I think, 4 or 5 colors in it. Oh, pretty colors. Here we go. All right, here's our sight word come. Come with me. And there's an exclamation mark. And then it says, look at it. I like it with jam. And then the last page says, So if we go back, it's like a little story. Come with me, and they're going into the kitchen. Look at it. If you look closely, it looks maybe that's her grandma or someone. They're baking a loaf of bread. And she says, I like it with jam. And then she says, So it's 4 sentences, but it's a little story. Okay, now this page is the one that we needed to read the book. Now, we actually have to read 2 stories. One is, remember the bus for Gus? The bus for us last week that I read to you. Now, I am so sorry I don't have it here. You guys remember when they were standing and waiting for the bus and all the other things came by and they were saying, is this a bus for us? No, it's a tow truck. Is this a bus for us? No, it's a fire truck. Okay, so we're supposed to compare the characters in the little engine that could, the characters in this story, to the characters that were in a bus for us. So they just gave us one big box, so I think I'm going to do it in half. I'm going to draw a line on half. So we'll do the bus for us. Bus for us. And you don't have to write that. Okay, so remember they're waiting for the bus. But who are the characters in the story? Okay, a brother, sister, and then there were lots of other kids that were waiting too, right? Now I'll kind of fix this up later because I can't remember exactly. And I'll draw the sister and Gus. They were waiting for the bus, right? And there were other children that were waiting for the bus. Lots of different kids. So there were people. And then here, let me just real quick draw her brother. And they're waiting for the bus. Okay, that's just a simple little picture. I might fix it up in a minute. Okay, but the little engine that could, I'm just going to write the engine that could. In fact, I'll write that later too. Okay, they were all animals. Remember, there was a clown in that story? And so the stories were both about trains, transportation, vehicles that move, that take people and things places. But how are the characters different? The bus for us, it was people. And in the little engine that could, the characters, what were the trains that talked, right? And they were the clown and the dolls and the toys. Those were the characters. Were there any people in the story? No, there weren't any people. They were all here. There's a good picture of the characters. So you know what? So I don't take any more time. I'm just going to finish drawing this later. Okay, so how are the characters different? In the bus for us, they were children. And in the little engine that could, the characters were the trains, the engines, and all the toys. Okay, good job. Sorry that was so long today.